Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the AM Report for HAPS News, the network of now. I am your host, Alex Mahajer. On this Thanksgiving Day, welcome to the program. Today, we're going to talk about things that we should thank Trump for. It's a meme that's kind of gone viral on Twitter this morning and caused a lot of hilarity. So we're going to talk about that and maybe reflect a little bit on what we're grateful for. And I'd like to talk a little bit about this morning's headlines and Joe Biden's speech yesterday about coming together, unifying to defeat the coronavirus. All of this and more on the AM Report. Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the program. I'm Alex Mahajer. If you're watching on the HAPS platform or website or app, leave us a comment. Let us know you're watching and enjoying the program. If you're watching on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, leave a comment and we'll bat around with you live on air. Let me know what you're grateful for today. And if you're interested in playing along with this, things we should thank Trump for meme hashtag that's kind of trending on Twitter. Let us know, what are some things that we should thank Trump for this year as we enter his lame duck session of the presidency. But before we get into all of that, we're going to discuss this morning's top headlines. So first and foremost, the daily deaths in the United States have exceeded 1,600, more than double the amount from last month. Right here in LA County, 1 in every 145 people is believed to be infected. So please, everybody, this Thanksgiving holiday has the potential of being a super spreader. Please wear a mask, stay outdoors, and protect yourselves. The end is nigh for coronavirus too. We just got to get through the finish line here. Amy Coney Barrett's presence is already being felt on the Supreme Court after a 5-4 split vote last night to bar restrictions on religious services in New York imposed by Governor Andrew Cuomo. And he implemented that earlier this year to protect people from the spread of the coronavirus. Now that's being overturned. I'll note Justice Roberts, a more conservative justice, is now the swing vote, and he is in the minority. He voted with the liberals on the court. Trump pardoned Michael Flynn, General Michael Flynn, his disgraced former national security advisor, yesterday. Flynn twice pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about his conversations with the Russians, and has been a foreign lobbyist. And it's a pretty bold political move. Senator David Perdue, Republican from Georgia, sold at least $1 million worth of stocks in the financial company Cardlytics just days before it announced its disappointing results, and its share prices fell quite dramatically. This is not the first stock-related case with David Perdue with an appearance of impropriety. He's being investigated for insider trading and his work on the Senate. In the Senate, a Republican state judge has temporarily blocked the certification of election results in Pennsylvania, which has been sort of confusing. This happened just this morning. The governor has already certified the presidential race, though, and the Attorney General of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, has said that this will not affect the appointment of electors, and he is appealing to the Supreme Court. I'll note the Republican judge scheduled a hearing for tomorrow to occur via WebEx. Regarding this case, it has allegations of widespread voter fraud being raised yet again. And also note another really interesting and kind of funny lawsuit that Sidney Powell filed in Georgia. Just more lawsuits. I'll note Trump has lost now, I believe, more than 36 of these lawsuits. And this lawsuit in Georgia has incorrect spelling on the headers and stuff. It's just really piss poor and sort of embarrassing for the president and his legal team, which has been a real embarrassment. But it's Thanksgiving Day. There is a lot. It's been a really rough year. 2020 has been tough. It's brought up a lot of, there's obviously been the global pandemic, the economic turmoil that's resulted from it, and the increasing death toll in the United States and the number of infections, the inability to be close to the people we love or to have a normal daily life has been really challenging. But there's a lot to be grateful for as well. And that's sparked a meme online called things to thank Trump for, things we should thank Trump for. It's a hashtag. And I wanted to go over some of the hilarious, on this Thanksgiving Day, let's have a little laugh about some of the hilarious memes that have been popping up and responses to this. Things we should thank Trump for. Trump made W look real smart, says one user. Just hilarious. Another one. Late night comedians. The joke write themselves. Thank you, Trump, for the endless hilariousness. Saturday Night Live has just been having a field day. Things we should thank Trump for. Uniting 80 million Americans to vote against you. And that's a really good one. I think when I think about Trump and what the silver lining is of his presidency, I think it's the massive movement of people we've seen become engaged in the civic process. People since the 2017 Women's March, which was the largest demonstration in American history. And the 5 biggest demonstrations in American history have all happened over the last few years, since Trump took office. So it's a renewed civic engagement. This voter turnout in this last election is the biggest in history. It's the biggest that we've ever had. And if Trump resulted in Americans waking up to the realities of our civic duties, of the consequences for not participating in the civic process, then there's a real silver lining there. Then something really good can come from the Trump years, even if it's going to take a lot of years to rebuild and to heal some of the damages and the divisions that have been caused. There's a real silver lining, and I'm going to choose to be optimistic today about America and what it can be. This is a great experiment in democracy, and let's choose to continue to fight for it. At least I will. And part of why I come to you every morning is to bring you the truth and to bring you the facts. And because I believe that doing this right here is an essential process, is essential function of democracy. And I believe in democracy. And for many people like myself, my mom immigrated here from another country to escape authoritarianism and fascism. And to me, it's personal that we fight for our democracy, and that we know that it is always hanging on by just a thread, that there will always be actors seeking to undo it for whatever reason, whether it's personal, whether it's their pocketbooks, whether it's to benefit somebody, corporations. People will come for our democracy, and it's up to us to stand up for it and protect it. So because of that, I'm very thankful. If you're watching on right now, please leave me a comment. Let me know, what are you guys grateful for today? This isn't news, it's advocacy, says, can't read your name, sorry. This is my thoughts and my perspective. If you don't like it, you can certainly change the channel. Daniel Goff is grateful for science. Thank you, Daniel. There's no evidence of voter fraud, I'm sorry to tell you. John has nothing to thank Trump for. Okay. Yeah, I mean, some people feel that way, John, and that's okay. Trump 2024 makes it easier, freezes the GOP, LOL, says Daniel Goff. Daniel Goff, thank you for chiming in. You know what, Daniel Goff, I'm thankful for you. You watch every day, you chime in. I'm really grateful that you enjoy the program and that you join in every day. Very, very nice. I can't read you. Biden and Harris. Someone's grateful for Biden and Harris in 2020. Yeah, me too. Speaking of Joe Biden, he gave a speech last night. I want to play it for you guys right now about bringing the country together in the age of coronavirus as we go into the Thanksgiving holiday. He spoke very emotionally about how this is going to be a tough year for a lot of people, how the coronavirus has taken a lot of lives, more than 260,000, and that this is a holiday where we usually gather and celebrate family and give thanks for one another. And he knows what it feels like to have a Thanksgiving dinner with an empty seat at the table. And I want to play this speech for you guys. I think it's important to hear from the president-elect. Here's President-elect Joe Biden in his speech last night about Thanksgiving and coronavirus.
We fought a nearly year-long battle with the virus that has devastated this nation. It's brought us pain and loss and frustration. And it's cost so many lives. 260,000 Americans and counting. It's divided us, angered us, set us against one another. I know the country has grown weary of the fight. We need to remember we're at war with a virus, not with one another, not with each other. This is the moment where we need to steel our spines, redouble our efforts, and recommit ourselves to the fight. Let's remember, we're all in this together. Sounds trite to say it, but we're all in this together. For so many of us, it's hard to hear this fight isn't over. And we still have months of this battle ahead of us. For those who have lost a loved one, I know that this time of year can be especially difficult. Believe me, I know. I remember that first Thanksgiving, the empty chair, the silence, takes your breath away. It's really hard to care. It's hard to give thanks. It's hard to even think of looking forward. And it's so hard to hope. I understand. I'll be thinking and praying for each and every one of you at this Thanksgiving, at your Thanksgiving table, because we've been there. This year we're asking Americans to forego so many of the traditions that we've long made in this holiday. It's made it so special.
Just a really lovely speech by the president-elect about loss and this holiday and what it's meant to mean. Daniel Goff commenting, thanks, happy Thanksgiving, grateful for HAPS TV, especially AM Report. Thank you again, Daniel. Thank you for joining every morning. Gene Hughes, we should thank Tweety Cheeto for Biden beating him bigly by winning the presidency. You guys are hilarious, Tweety Cheeto. That is just fantastic, Tweety Cheeto. Yeah, absolutely. I think for many people there, we're grateful. We're grateful for that win. We're grateful for saving democracy. We're grateful that our democratic institutions have held in the face of a great stress test. If you are watching this program and you're enjoying it, please give us a comment live on air. And we will read it. If you are watching on HAPS, the app or the website, you can always click the award button and let us know you're enjoying it as well. We greatly appreciate that as well. Thank you all so much for joining on this Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Please stay safe, take care of each other, wear a mask. We're almost over the finish line here. So I appreciate you joining every morning. This has been the AM Report for HAPS News Network of Now. I'm Alex Mahajer. We are live every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern with all of your quick political news and headlines. Today we got a little late start because it's a holiday, but we will be back tomorrow. And thank you all for joining, and we will see you then. Take care, everyone.